Hey everybody, it's Frances here. Week number 15 in Behind the Curtains, How I Plan Portraits of White. This week's question was very thought-provoking. The question was, do you ever think of making portraits of white more religious? I don't know if this will make you happy or make you sad, but it is what it is, and I thought I'd just be honest with you. As an artist, it is my heart to write from my life experience and the things that I go through and share that honestly with audiences. So, for instance, this past Sunday, I did a concert at a Mennonite church and it was called Biker Sunday. So I sang the song, It's All About the Ride. It's a motorcycle song. I normally wouldn't sing on a Sunday morning, but given the situation and the audience, I went ahead and sang it and they loved it because it fit perfectly. This Sunday, I'm singing at Newville Church of the Brethren doing a concert, and I'm not going to put that song in it. Actually, I'm going to do some different songs than what I did last week because at the heart of everything, I enjoy planning an experience that meets the audience where they are and brings them along in my journey of life. So let me ask you a question. What makes you feel like something is more religious or less religious? I'd just be curious. We all have different experiences with church, with God, with faith. And as a person who was raised in church and raised on faith, that certainly is going to come through in my concerts. When I do portraits of white, it is specifically targeted to help people through the holidays. And I don't make it specifically religious in maybe the sense you might be thinking. I believe that when we connect with someone else, we actually are experiencing God. When I have a conversation with someone and they touch something inside me or encourage me or even challenge me, I consider that a conversation and an encounter with God. It doesn't have to be a big supernatural experience. So God is going to come out in the things that I write and the things that I sing and the shows that I do. So a couple years ago, I incorporated the nativity story in the show because it was what I wanted to do and it seemed appropriate that year. And every year I start with a blank canvas and I think, what am I inspired to share with people this year? Every year is different, and all I can tell you is you just have to come to Portraits of White.
She is an amazingly gifted performer. This is a fabulous concert.
You've just got to be here to experience it.
My favorite part was the piano and the bells, and the singing's fabulous too.
You'll find this thought process in all of my music projects. For instance, my first project, Under the Big Blue Sky, it's stuff that we go through under the big blue sky. I mentioned a cat in here. I mentioned the sky. I mentioned my family, losing loved ones. God is able. I write out of my life experience, and that's what we record. And then I did My Refuge. Now this is a little bit more religious. It is songs that I've written out of my personal devotional time. It's meant to be more of a worship CD. It's just piano and voice. Then I did I Still Believe, and that came out of my own struggle with faith and believing that my prayers and my life make a difference. Then I did Inside Things, which has a song about missing my dad on it. It has a song about losing my little brother in our pond on our farm when I was just a baby. It has some songs based from the scripture on it, a hymn on it. It's full of expressions of who I am and who I was at that time. So it's called Inside Things because it was dealing with inside things. And then I did Windy Hill Road, which is basically piano solos based on nature and inspiration I've received from being out in nature. And then I did Hand Painted, which is definitely capturing contemporary worship choruses with a band and with piano. It's instrumental. It's so much fun to perform. Then I did a single, It's All About the Ride, which is my motorcycle song. It's not religious, but it's me. It's who I am, and it's my experience with life. And then I did Portraits of White, which was meant to be a Christmas, holiday, winter album. It does talk about God, but it also talks about snow and riding in the sleigh, and there's beautiful instrumentals. It's just Frances walking through life, walking through the holidays, and we called it Portraits of White because it was our favorite song on the album. Musically, it was just so fun to work with. Next came Brand New Me, which is actually a testimony of how figure skating at age 47 transformed my soul. It was just an amazing experience. And so this is a collection of songs that, again, talk about life and how I became more tuned into who I really am and freedom to be that. Feels Good to Be Free is one of the titles on the CD. Then during COVID, I did Sunrise Meditations, which is a combination of nature sounds and solo piano. I did it during lockdown here in my own studio. And then last year, we were still locked down for Portraits of White, so I did Portraits of White at Home DVD. And it's full of I Love Snow and Take Another Look and You With Me, God With Us is You With Me. So I guess I go back to my question, what makes something feel religious to you? And thank you for giving me the freedom to plan from my heart. And if you come, I know you'll be touched, I know you'll be inspired, because I offer up something authentic from my heart, from my life, and I know it'll connect with you. Will it be religious? That's up to you to decide.
So excited to be here tonight. It is everything and more than I expected it to be. Frances is a wonderful, real deal person, but she is over the top tonight.
Hey, just a quick update on a few things. We have posters in the works now. We have postcards, but now we're making big posters. Next week, September 30th on Thursday, we have a team meeting with the venue to talk about tickets and ticket sales and capacity. I'm so excited, so I'll be able to announce a time and date that we're selling tickets soon. So stay tuned. More exciting news to come, and I'll see you next week.
Frances Drost, Newville's best kept secret.